you probably wouldn't know who they are, but like I said, Faith Ringo, Clarissa Slide, Carol Bayard.
So what drives you to continue to do the art? I mean, I saw your studio
My dead
displays.
ancestors.
So for you, it's the spiritual component is large.
Very large. It's because, you know, sometimes art makes itself. But when it's made, I know from whence it comes. It ain't Vincent Van Gogh. You know, it's not Picasso. I love Picasso. I love me some Vincent Van Gogh. I love Louis Stevenson, George O'Keeffe. That ain't where my stuff comes from. My stuff comes from Africa. And it comes that way no matter what I do. Whether it's on paper, whether it's sculpture, whether it's assemblage, whether it's clay, it comes that way. Whether it's woven, even if it's just a piece of cloth. I weave because somebody in Africa put two things together and said, oh, wait a minute. Oh, everything. Some woman, while the men were out hunting, figured it out. She made a basket, and she made some clothes, and she made a house. I do it because that happened. I'm a blacksmith because Ogun was a blacksmith. Ogun is my father.
You have totally taken the whole series to another level, and I do appreciate that.
Gladys Gower is one of my main mentors. When I was in college, I was painting because that's what you do in college, you paint. I ain't got the sculpture yet. I was painting and weaving. And I was doing my student teaching with another artist. She doesn't live in Newark, but she was my cooperating teacher at Weequahic High School in Newark, Nettie Fournier Thomas. And I was boo-hooing about it. She said, what do you want to do? I didn't want to be a teacher. My father made me take that teaching job. I said, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to be a real artist. She said, you got any artwork? She said, because real artists make real art. I said, yeah, I got artwork at home. I got a lot of artwork. She said, bring your best piece and take it to this address. She sent me to Gladys Gower's gallery on Bergen Street. It was 1974. I joined a group called Black Women in Visual Perspective. And it was on from then on.
I mean, I'm learning so much history that, you know, because I just came from Dr. He doesn't like me to call him Doctor. Ben.
He's Doctor. He's a doctor. I don't care.
He says call him Ben. My name is just Ben. But you know, I did this series because I wanted to change the narrative. I want not change the narrative. I wanted to make sure that the narrative was correct. We deal with what they term gentrification, where other people come in and the people that are already here are really the anchors of and the movers and the shakers of the community, and everything's already been created, and then they come in. Right, they come in and they want to rename it, and so I've been talking to a lot of artists, but I need to talk to more artists such as yourself, so I can get more of what they call the back street.
So did Ben tell you about National Conference of Artists?
Some.
Because here, well, there's a whole gallery scene that existed before all of this wonderful Renaissance.
Tell me more.
There's quite a few of them. The only two that still exist are Al Jarreau and City Without Walls.
Right.
City Without Walls was started by a group of poets and musicians, activists, artists, and then they were the first taken over, City Without Walls. But we had an artist collective, and we had Clarence Lilly Theater of Universal Image. It was a little theater attached to Symphony Hall. We had Amiri Baraka. We had the Committee for Unified Newark. We had the Black Panthers. We had the, what was that office called, where you could go in there and you could see all about COINTELPRO and all the files before Freedom of Information Act. I was telling somebody about that place the other day. I can't remember the name of it, but we had all of that. Irving Turner Boulevard used to be called Malcolm X. There was a street sign. I had an argument with one of these white people.
Oh, it's still on. It just goes, saves the
I
battery.
said to them, you know, this used to be Malcolm X Shabazz Boulevard here. No. I said, yeah. There were two Hekalos. One was right where St. Benedict is, the Ujamaa store. Oh, let me just say this. Newark is a Muslim town. And Elijah Muhammad ruled here. Okay? The Nation of Islam Committee for Unified Newark, Black Panthers. You know, that is where it all started. And Baraka brought artists. There was art everywhere. There were spirit house movers. Ed Bull, you know, every black poet who of any note, Hakeem, formerly Donna Lee Songs, everybody was here. And what they think they started with all this art on market, we had all of that. We had every other corner was a jazz club. You know what I'm saying? What's his name used to live on my street? He played piano. One of the great jazz greats lived on Arlington Street.
Blakey was
Blakey was the
piano?
stride piano guy. He lived on Arlington Street.
I'll put it on. I'll do
King
research.
Stride. Okay. So
Not
I could turn on a tape and we could see. But anyway, all that was here. We had that. You know, Florine Jenkins lived here. You know, painters. Ben lived on Goldsmith Avenue, and there were 5 other artists who lived in that neighborhood. In addition to well-known artists. The sculptor who's at Rutgers now, he retired. I forget his name. It's something. Anyway, it was all here. The Black Organization of Students at Rutgers University opened up their place. People danced. All kinds of stuff went on. That was an incubator for the arts. The first time I saw Richard Wesley's Black Terror was at this Theater of Universal Images. You know Black Terror?
no.
You know Richard Wesley?
Yes, I've heard Wesley.
Okay, he wrote a famous play called The Black Terror. It was on Broadway for a while.
Well, you and Ben gonna have me doing a lot of research
It was
tonight.
about an insurrection. It was about these brothers robbing the bank. Oh, please. But they was doing it for the movement. It was amazing. I saw it right there on Broad Street. Because Richard Wesley lived here. He still does. He lives in Montclair now, but
So, why do you think that we go through these cycles? Like, in other words, why can't we ever build on what we have in the art community?
sabotage and survival. For example, you know, the nationalist movement was so strong in Newark, every other corner was a black business. Everywhere you see Chicken Shack, King Royal, Chinese food was a steak and take, was a black business. You hear me? It was here, right downtown. And then 2 heads were found in the lake at Weequahic Park. When the Muslims the Muslims was fighting each other, and the Panthers was fighting the nationalists. My brother-in-law was a Black Panther. When they started killing each other, he joined the Marines. So we took our babies and headed for the hills and said, these will survive. And, you know, if I got to take off my lapa and straighten my hair for it to happen, that's what I did. That's what we all did. But there was also COINTELPRO. There was also redlining. Back in the day, I couldn't live on the street. I couldn't have got a house here. Not in downtown. Not below King Boulevard. No. So, you know, this same story, different day. Bob Marley used to say, sucking the blood of the sufferers.
But we still go forth with the art. So you see positive things happening?
Well,
with the,
as far as I'm concerned,
yes.
I have no choice about that.
Right.
One of my youngest daughter's father is an artist, and when I was struggling and trying to get recognition, he said, just keep making that art. He said, you put it in the closet, you put it in a box, you make a little pile in the corner.
You can say that
He
again.
said, you just keep it. You got your little film archive?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you're crazy. He said, you just keep making. He said, because if you don't make the art, nothing will happen. And he said, one day, somebody's going to come see that art.
Mm.
You want to sell a piece. And then word of mouth, you'll sell another piece. And that's just what happened. But bottom line is, nobody have to buy nothing. I got a 9-to-5 job. My father making sure I got a teaching degree. So ultimately, I'm happy. The money helps me pay the mortgage and my other financial needs. But if it didn't happen, I'd still make it.
Right.
It might be like my little book. I leave it on the train. I give it to my kids.
So you're saying there's a way, and the art makes a way regardless.
Art heals. Art informs. Art is active. That's my belief.
No, that's what I want.
You know, I consider my work active duty. When I was doing art against...
Could you say that again? Oh, I like that. I mean, I got it,
It's
but
like,
say that.
I consider my work active juju. In the Congo, there's a group of people, they make these sculptures called Nkisi. I know you've seen them, they got nails and little packets, little this and all stuff in the stomach. You've seen it. It's active. It's alive. When I make Nkisi, I don't sell it because I got work to do with it. So I consider it. When I was doing art against apartheid, I wasn't doing it because I wanted somebody to buy it and hang on the wall. I wanted to hang on the wall because I wanted people to know. I wanted to be a voice through my art. So when I say it's active juju, you know, also because I come out of that textile craftswoman culture, just making a knot is a powerful thing. Just making a knot does something, is something. It's active because a knot is a powerful thing. Yeah.
No, I'm kind of bugged out. You just got me buzzing on because again you're underlining the spiritual component, which is so powerful.
So now I'm very into works on paper.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Mons is a master collage artist, and I just love Romare Bearden, always have. And I do prints. I do handmade paper, like this piece is made on paper that I made. That piece, all that paper I made. The book is a book I did when I had a grant to do a handmade book.
And tell us about your company.
I used to even dye my own, but I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing
The dye and the smell?
it. You know, because good dye is powdered. It's dangerous. You got to take all kinds of precautions. Art hazards. Many artists have died because of art hazards.
So tell me about your company.
Arlington Arts.
Mm-hmm.
My retirement plan. But also,
I love it.
you know, I'm in the downtown arts district. I bought this house for that very reason.
Wow.
It was always my plan to do this. I call it Arlington Arts, the Garage Gallery, and Bisa Studio. My studio's in the back. When I first moved here for about a year, I parked my car in here and worked around it. Like the car, because it's little. The car comes right to here, and I still could have that space in the back, but I don't ever park it in here now. I park it in the driveway a lot, but in the summer I park on the street so I can hang out in the driveway.
Anything else? I want to thank you for sharing so much in-depth information to the series.
Well, the only other thing I would say, like I said, my major work that I'm known for is black pieces, my handmade book, but I also do blue pieces.
What's a blue piece?
That's a blue piece.
Okay, blue piece.
what they call my blues bag. They're all different, but they're mostly about my mom, my family line, the women. Like that's one, that's my mom. And my mom, it's a whole story. She had lots of secrets. So I have a whole series in blue that's called La Casa de los Secretos de mi Madre. It's all, you know how when people die, especially your family, that's when you find out the secrets.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's how I found. Well, when she was very ill and dying, is when I found out her secrets. When my father died, I found out some of her secrets, and his secrets is really deep. I have a sister in Germany. At my father's repast, I'm looking because he was an amateur photographer, and I looked at this cute little brown baby. I said, I've been looking at this picture all my life. Who is this? Talk about a deafening silence. Everything stopped. Everyone knew but me that my father, who was in the service, had a brown baby in Germany, as many soldiers do, especially black ones.
Black ones.
Yeah. So I have a sister. I found that out at his repast, though. My sister, my older sister, knew all her life. No one ever told me. I missed something. I missed that story. So, yeah. And then I have my reparation series, which I've been doing for about 10 years. This is one of my reparation series pieces. They're mostly works on paper. That one is called The Good Ship Karma.
Good ship.
It goes back the other way. That big piece upstairs is an art against apartheid piece, but it's also a reparations piece. The mothership with all the feet. It's about hobbling. You know, when you were a runner, first they cut off your toe. But if you ran again, they take the whole front of your foot. Like, damn corny, if you ran again, they take the other one.
And you become a hobbler.
They tie you down just like a pig or whatever they hobbled. Just like they hobble an animal, they used to hobble us. Yes, they did. I was looking at the things people post on Facebook. It just amazed me. I'm like technologically challenged. So somebody posted 10 horrible things that happened during slavery, some of which I knew. I knew about hobbling. I knew about those things they put on your neck because beloved. You know, with the things sticking out so you couldn't lay down. I knew about the moths because I did a print about that. You know, if you were like Harriet Tubman, they put an iron mask over your mouth so you couldn't eat nor talk. You could see, you could work, but you couldn't talk. And if you kept on trying, they put the collar and the mask. In addition to branding.
All right.
And our true balls.
Thank you so much.